Did you ever in your life see bean leaves so big? I haven't. These things are just huge. Howdy folks. Down here in the greenhouse working today. This is Monday, May the 17th. And I think the last video that I posted actually showing you the growth in the greenhouse was on April the 30th. So just a little over 2 weeks. So go back and look at that if you haven't seen it, so that you can see the difference in the growth. But anyway, I've been down here working, and I'll turn you around here and show you. I want you to see these cucumber plants. And I've been working trimming these big bottom leaves off because I've been having some trouble with mold. Not mold, mildew. Downy mildew. And then I've been having a few little spots of powdery mildew. And I've been cutting off a lot of the leaves, not only to stop the drain of nutrients, to the leaves and focus on the vines and the fruit, but to give it a lot of good clean airflow in here. But I just want you to look at the blossoms and look at the size. Have you ever seen cucumber blossoms this big? Aren't they beautiful? And these leaves, just look at the size of these leaves. Some of these leaves I've cut off. You can't put them down in a 5-gallon bucket without touching the bucket all the way around. They're so large. But I've been working, trimming these away, breaking out suckers. You can see right there, there's a little sucker. I can get the camera on my finger. There it is. Hard to see out of one eye what I'm doing, and look at the camera with the other eye. But just break those out, and you can see the little blossom right there. That will come later. And I mean, just look at these. Of course, that's a male blossom there. The male blossoms look like this in the center, and the females look like this. Of course, the female blossoms also are on the end of the fruit, as you can see right there. And I'll come along and pollinate those and take a Sharpie and put a little black mark on the vine there, so that I know that I've already done it. So I've got between 75 and 80 cucumbers right now that I've got pollinated, and some are growing very nicely. You can see this one here, and you can see these growing here. And we'll walk down through here and see right back in there. But man, just look at these beautiful blossoms. There's another nice one here. You can see in here. But I've got, I'm keeping tally marks. Right now I've got 30, 32 in this row, and I've got 45 in this row. Now here's the interesting thing. I told you about I was having trouble with the downy mildew. I'm still having a little bit of trouble with it. You can see these spots here, but I've been hitting this with copper fungicide, as well as trimming away the leaves. But I started trimming away the leaves on this row first. So it's interesting that there's a lot more cucumbers on this row than on the other row. So that's an interesting note there. But again, I don't know what I'm doing. This is my first year doing this, so I'm learning. But look at this growth. Look at this. That cable is 1 inch shy of 6 feet from the top of the buckets. And see, that one there has already, well, it's right at the top. It's right at the cable. You can see that. So imagine what we could accomplish here if I actually knew what I was doing. And then here's my baby right here. And it ain't gonna be long. We'll get a taste of that one right there. But anyway, I've also been working, and let me step back so you can see these beans. It kind of got away from me a little bit up top, needless to say. And I've been doing a lot of pruning. And again, I don't know what I'm doing. I can't find any good information on whether you should or should not prune beans. But what I've been doing here, I'll show you right here. You can see how a stem comes out from the main vine and you have these 3 leaves here. I've been trimming these 2 opposing leaves off and leaving this 1 leaf. So that's why you see, like here, you see this 1 stem with just 1 leaf on it. And again, just in my way of thinking, there's a lot less foliage there to absorb nutrients, so it allows more nutrients to go to the fruit, to the blooms, and to the beans. Plus, it makes it easier to see the beans. So look here. And there's another gaggle of them right down here. So that's another thing I've been working on this morning. I've been doing a lot of pruning and picking a few beans. Wanting to try to have a little fresh mess here right away. You can see some more hanging here, back in there. But anyway, I've been working on that. So again, you can see how the beans are going. And of course you can see the ground littered with leaves that I've been cutting off. And you can see how the kale is growing back after I've already cut one mess out of that. This first section here is the spring smooth, and on back behind is the curly kale, which it needs to be cut. And then here's my zucchinis, how they're, let me back up a little bit here. Look at the size of that leaf, and that's not even close to how big they get in the garden, in the soil. It's hard to say what they're going to do in here. And then with the tomatoes, I wanted to use what they call a double leader system. And that is where, let me go down here. This is like where the main branch comes up and you have your first set of flowers. You go back down to your first branch beneath that and you leave a sucker. So you end up with 2 main vines. That's what I planned on doing. What's amazing is they're doing it by themselves. Look at here. See there? I didn't do this. They done this themselves. They come right up here and they split. Almost every one of them has done this. This is a Dorothy orange plant here, by the way. See there? So they're going into the double leader by themselves. But again, look, that's head high to me. I'm 6'3". Of course, that's off the bucket's up off the ground. But anyway, and then here's, let me zoom out. Here's the lettuce, the romaine, heads of lettuce. And I'm anxious to just come in here and clip one of these off and eat the lettuce and just watch this and see if it grows right back. And if it does, we can just keep doing that and have perpetual lettuce, at least until freezing weather. But all these things are doing really well, really well. The second tier down here is not doing so well, and the onions are a flop. And I don't know if that is a problem with nutrients or if it's a lack of light because they're on the bottom. Maybe both, I don't know. Again, like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just getting started in this, and this is something that I have to experiment with and work at it, and so we'll learn as we go, I reckon. And you can see the peppers, they're looking pretty good. I think some of the things were stunted because my pH meter got out of whack, and when I checked it against the actual liquid pH test kit, my pH was about 4, which is way too low. So I've adjusted the pH and got it back up to around 5.5 to 6. So hopefully everything will do okay. Again, look at this. I'm back up here. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And look, they're setting on pods of flowers, blooms. And there's a few blooms that are opening up. Right there's one. It's kind of turned down. But get in there, you can see the yellow on it. Right there. So their blooms are starting to open up. And this is the Cherokee Purple here. And that's what all these are. From the door all the way around, all the way back to right here. Or Cherokee Purple, and then these three plants right here are Black Krim, and then from here on back are Dorothy Orange, except for the zucchini plant right here that I had nowhere to put it, and I just stuck it right there. So it's probably not going to work there, but I don't know, we'll see. Like I said, I don't know what I'm doing, but we're working at it, and hopefully we'll have moderate success. But just look at the size of these blooms. Aren't they beautiful? And these leaves, this is not one of the biggest leaves here. There's some that's considerably larger than that. But anyway, I just wanted to give you a little update. I knew it'd been quite a while, and appreciate all the interest that is being expressed, and you know, we'll just learn as we go. And here, look at this little, you can see right into the end of the blossom there. That's the female. That's what I said, the female blossom looks like that, while the male looks like that. But anyway, there we go, and Lord willing, we'll maybe catch you again later on, and you all have a blessed day. Thank you for watching.